the magnetic field due to a long straight current carrying conductor. Suppose that we are having a straight conductor of infinite length. We name the current conductor as XY. The conductor is carrying current of I ampere through it. So we are considering a point P. At P, the magnetic field, we will determine the magnetic field at point P due to this current carrying conductor. Suppose that this is the point Q and the distance of this is R, and suppose that there is a current element of this conductor here at L distance away from this point Q, and this is DL carrying current I, the same current, because this is a part of the same conductor. So the magnetic field due to this at point this, we will calculate here. So suppose this is distance R and this is A, and it is making an angle phi, and this is making an angle theta, and this is perpendicular to it. So we will calculate the magnetic field due to this strong conductor. So in order to do that, let's join the ends of the conductor with the same point. This is making angle phi 1. Phi 1, we are considering phi 1 is negative, and from Y let the distance be x, and this is angle phi 2, making angle phi 2. So let us first of all calculate the magnetic field of dl at this point. So according to the Biot-Savart law, the magnetic field at point P due to the current element dl is, we recently calculated in the previous exercise, in the previous lecture. So this is magnetic field mu naught I by 4 pi, mu naught I by 4 pi dl sine theta by r square. So this is equation A. This is the magnetic field at this point P due to the current element dl, of this current element dl at point this. So now remember this equation, equation A. So I am writing here again, mu naught I by 4 pi dl sine theta by r square, equation A. From triangle, from right angle triangle QOP, from right angle triangle, so the sum of the three angles theta plus 90 plus 5, theta plus 90 plus 5 is 180 degree. This you already know. 180 degree minus 90 degree minus 5 will be theta is equal to 90 minus 5. So students, now consider sine theta. this sine theta, we do not know the value of theta, so we will calculate the value of this sine theta applying sine theta here. So it will be sine theta is equal to sine 90 minus 5. So sine 90 minus theta is cos theta. So sine theta is equal to cos 5. This is relation 1. So we have calculated the equivalent value of sine theta with respect to this angle phi, because this angle is determined by this current element and its position vector. Therefore we calculated this here. So note it. Now from the same triangle, if we apply tan theta to the same triangle, but then, sorry, not tan theta, tan phi. Tan phi, tan phi will be perpendicular upon base. This is the perpendicular, the front side, this perpendicular, and this is base, this is hypotenuse. So this is L, perpendicular is L, and the base is 8. So it will be L is equal to A tan phi. Now differentiating both sides, differentiating both the sides with respect to phi. With respect to phi we are differentiating, that it will become dl by d phi is equal to a d by d phi tan phi, and the tan phi will be differentiated as sec square phi. So you will get the value of this as a sec square phi. So the value of this current element is a sec square phi d phi. So we have also get the equivalent value of dl with respect to the phi. You can write it and we can name it as equation 2. Now again, from the same triangle, if we apply cos phi to the triangle, cos phi, the cos phi will be base upon hypotenuse. Base is A, hypotenuse is R. Excuse me. So the value of R will be A by cos phi, because cos is in the denominator, so it will convert into as sec. The value of R is A sec phi. So we are having in our equation A R square. We are squaring on both sides. So it will be R square is equal to A square sec square phi. This is the relation number